What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to break down everything that you need to know about hunger and thirst so you can complete these events and get more ISO 8 purple so you can unlock Odin and also get more milestone points for the event that is going on right now. These events have certain rules that we're going to talk about really quick. But the most important part is actually the kit of the enemies, because if you don't know the kit of the enemies, you are probably going to mess up and not be able to complete. We're also going to talk about the characters that we are going to use and which ISO 8 and position of the team you should be using in order for you to maximize the chances of being able to beat these. Whether you are a free-to-play player, whether you are a paying player, this event will depend on which characters you have available, but if you switch the position around of the characters, if you change their ISO 8 a little bit, you'll see that you'll be way more successful, and then you just have to try it a few times until you get like full practice, and then you can full complete this event and 3 stars it. So we're gonna break down all the information that you need to know, and as always, if you like the information on these videos, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. Make sure to smash the like button like a boss. Now, we're going to start off with the hunger event, and then we'll have the breakdown of the thirst event, and then you'll have gameplay at the end of the video with all the thirst run that I did on the maximum difficulty. So let's start off with hunger. In terms of the rules are not super important, because usually can beat this pretty easy. Of course, that if you can take advantage of this situation, it's going to be better for you, but it's not as impactful as the one from the thirst event. Okay, so on the hunger event, we have to use 3 characters: Zombie Juggernaut, Hela, and Zombie Iron Man. Now, this is much better if we have all of these characters available, and the bigger they are, the better they will be, of course. In terms of the position of the team, this is something that is going to be important, because you need to have a Zombie Juggernaut in the middle of the team, and then you want to have Hela and Zombie Iron Man in the corners. This is going to be important because you need to have them, you need to have the Gregs spawning in the middle to maximize the amount of charges your Zombie Juggernaut has. And if you do so, if you get 5 charges on your Zombie Juggernaut, then you can pretty much breeze through the enemies. I'm gonna show you the position I have my characters so you can copy it, and after we're gonna talk about the ISO 8 for them. Okay, so we have a picture here. Let's take a look. Maybe this one is better. Okay, so you can see right here that we have Zombie Juggernaut in the middle, then you have Hela in one corner, and you have Iron Man in the other corner. When you are using Zombie Juggernaut, of course you want the Gregs to die as often as possible, but you have to be careful because sometimes there is a Kestrel that spawns, and if you kill your Gregs while a Kestrel is around, then they will no longer spawn. So you need to make sure that you kill Kestrel before she kills, or before one of your Gregs dies. So you have to be very careful when she spawns. Now, this is going to be important when you are facing these shield troopers. You can use these shield troopers to kill your Gregs. You just have to attack one character adjacent to the shield trooper, and the shield trooper will kill the Greg, charging up the Zombie Juggernaut. And when you have your Zombie Juggernaut with 4 or 5 charges, that's when you want to spawn the next wave and kill the Kestrel. Now, the last point that we have to make for the hunger event, it's the ISO 8 of the characters, and the ISO 8 of the characters is pretty simple. You need to have Zombie Juggernaut as a striker, then we are going to have Hela and Zombie Iron Man as skirmishers, and that's pretty much it. Depending on how many yellow stars and red stars you have on your characters, you might do like difficulty 4. Even difficulty 5 should be possible if you really are careful with the Kestrels and maximize the value of your Gregs, and this would be your easiest way to beat this challenge. I'm not going to show you gameplay because I think this is pretty easy. I don't know, we'll see. But let's move on to the other event, which is much more difficult, the Thirst event. Now, this event requires us to use Night Stalkers, and depending on which Night Stalkers you have available, you might be more or less successful on this event. If you only have the Agatha and Moon Knight, you need to have them very big with diamonds and crimson gear and so on, so you can complete the level 3 of the event. You can play around with their ISO weight. You want to make sure that Agatha, for example, has the healer ISO weight, and your Moon Knight has Raider ISO weight. And the reason why you want healer, and it has to be level 2 blue healer, it doesn't have to be purple, but at least blue, so you can clear the bleeds of your allies. So you have those minions, the civilians. If you have one of these characters as a healer, that means that you're going to be able to clear those bleeds away, so you don't have to rely just on their abilities, right? They have those abilities to clear bleeds, but you have one character with healer ISO weight, it's just going to help you a lot more. Then Moon Knight, you should use him as a Raider, because you need to apply vulnerabilities to the enemies, and you really want to make sure that the special is always applying vulnerabilities, so Agatha with healer ISO weight can clear those bleeds from the enemy, from the allies. Now, in terms of the rest of the team, the characters that you want to prioritize, of course, is going to be Oath. Oath is extremely important because she's going to provide a lot of energy to your team. And then we have Blade, that is going to apply slow to the enemies, very important. And finally we have a Man-Thing. So this should be the priority of the characters in case you want to spend power cores to unlock them. Once again, it's always your choice. I'm just giving you suggestions or just helping you trying to beat this challenge. Okay, so that's going to be the priority. In terms of ISO weight for the other characters, you can use Oath as a healer as well if you have the full team, or as a Raider. Then you have Blade. He can be a Raider or a Striker in case you decide to turn you on the enemies. And Moon Knight, the Man-Thing needs to be a Raider as well. So lots of Raiders, one character healer, and one Striker or Raider if you decide to do so. But maybe the Raider is just going to be the best option, because you really need to have a lot of vulnerabilities on the enemies, so the healer ISO weight works. And you need also some consistency. So it might happen that sometimes your characters don't crit, and other times they crit, and you can clear the event. Okay, so now that we know how to set up our team, we are also going to talk about the position of the team when we take a look at the video. But now we have to talk about the kit of the enemies. If you don't understand the kit of the enemies, then you are really going to struggle with this event. So this is the kit of the enemies, and this is not available anywhere. I had to search on the data mines to find this information, and if you don't have this information, you might make deadly mistakes when you are beating these enemies. So the first vampire support, pay attention that they are all not mystic. Some of them are skill, and that's important because when you use the ultimate of Agatha, she gives to herself energy if the enemies are mystic. So make sure you watch out, because for example the controller here, I think he's the only one. The controller vampire is a skill character, not a mystic character, and that means if you use the Agatha ultimate against him, you are not going to be able to recover your energy. So make sure that when you see these guys, that you only use the basic against them, otherwise you're going to be wasting your energy on Agatha ultimate. And I know for sure that I did this mistake yesterday. Okay, so once again, vampire support kit, mystic, vampire minion. The basic attack does damage and he applies 2 regens to all allies. So you really don't want this guy to, you don't want to let him to get turns, otherwise he's going to flood the enemies with the regens, and then you cannot kill them. The special is going to drain all enemies and distribute that health to all allies. It's going to clear all negative effects from allies, and then it's going to heal for additional 15%. So once again, you really don't want these vampire support characters to get any turns. But maybe you already tried this event. Why they get so much speed bar? And this is what is so important. The passive. On the passive, if a vampire ally drops below 50% health, they gain 30% speed bar. That's why when you use the ultimate of Moon Knight or Agatha or whatever, these guys get like 3 turns back to back and you cannot do anything about it. Well, this is the reason why. It's because if you push them below 50% health, they're gonna get 30% speed bar, and that means they're gonna get like 270% speed bar, which is 3 turns, right? On top of that, on vampire ally minion is going to gain assist, and this assist will give regens to the allies. So once again, you don't want this guy to take any turns, and even the allies, you want to slow them, because these regens, if you get way too many of them, they can be deadly. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at gameplay soon on how to deal with this situation. And but right now, once again, remember that if you push them below 50% health, they gain speed bar, they will gain assist on the allies' turn, and they also have drain and clear negative effects away. So you really don't want these guys to take turns. They should be definitely one of your priorities when you can kill them. Now we have the Vampire Protector. Once again, we have a Mystic Vampire Minion. With this basic, is going to apply bleeds on your characters. Then he's going to clear 2 negative effects from the allies or himself. And then he's going to gain a taunt. Yikes. This is another character that you don't want taking turns. The special is going to apply defense down and ability block to the primary target and adjacent targets. Another reason for him to don't take any turn. And then apply defense up for 2 turns for all allies. On spawn he has taunt and immunity, so very hard to deal with. And once again, these two, the vampire and the support and the protector, you really don't want them having any turns, otherwise you're gonna be flooded with negative effects and positive effects on their side, and it's too much to deal with. Now we have the Vampire Controller, and this is the guy in the middle in terms of priority. The Brawler and the Blaster, they are not a big deal. So once again, the Vampire Controller is a skill character, so don't use Agatha Ultimate against him, otherwise you'll not be able to recover energy. With this basic, he's going to do damage and apply bleeds and clear positive effects from your team. He's going to apply speed up for all allies, so you don't want him to have any turn. Once again, speed up for 2 turns. This is a big deal. If you let this guy to go, it's game over for you. And then he's going to do more damage, apply bleed and clear positive effects on your characters with the special as well. On enemy death, so when your characters die, he's going to give 2 ability energy for all allies. And if he gives energy to this guy, to the vampire support, game over, so you have to start again. So once again, be very careful with this guy. If he's on the field, you cannot let any of your characters to die, otherwise it's over for you. Let's talk about the Vampire Brawler. So once again, we have Mystic, so you can use Agatha Ultimate against her. On the basic, she's going to do damage and apply 2 bleeds. With her special, she's going to do damage again, apply bleed, chain for multiple targets, and the counter attack will break the chain, so you can put Moon Knight somewhere near her, because Moon Knight is the only one that gets counters. Then she goes and clear negative effects from the allies, and this attack cannot be blocked, and she has no passive. The Vampire Blaster also doesn't have a passive, and she's going to apply offense up to an ally and flip 2 positive effects into negative effects and do damage to your characters, and her basic applies defense down and damage. So these two are not super problematic. The controller applying speed up, that's the real problem. Also the energy. And then we have this guy that applies ability block to your characters and defense up to the enemies. So once again, it's something you don't want. And then we have the support guy that gets tons and tons of speed bar. Once again, this information is not available anywhere, and if you don't have this information, you really don't know how to attack the enemies. And it took some trial and error during the live stream from yesterday, where we finally figured out how to beat these guys. Now, let's talk about the position of the team that we are going to use. Give me a second just to see if I find it. Okay, we can take a look here. I guess this is the one we're gonna play with. Okay, so the position of the characters is going to be like this. Give me a second. Let's put this down. Okay. So we want man thing or anyone with taunt. If you don't have all these characters available, this is going to be for end game. So hopefully you have these characters available. If you don't have, well, that's a problem. You want Moon Knight to be in the middle. That's it, because once again he's the guy with the counters. You want Agatha to be next to Moon Knight, because when Agatha does her basic, she can give buffs to Moon Knight, and those buffs are going to be counter offense up and speed up, and you are really going to need those buffs on Moon Knight. So keep that in mind. You probably have to do the T4 on the basic of Moon Knight in order to take full advantage of these. And then you want to have the biggest character on your team, or Oath or Blade, and then you want to have Oath probably in the corner because she's the one that gives the energy and you want to keep her safe. And Man-Thing, you can keep Man-Thing in the corner followed by Agatha because he's the guy with the taunt, and Agatha, she's pretty beefy, so if she gets some splash damage you should be fine. So the position of these characters is going to be extremely important in case you want to beat these. And in terms of ISO weight, as you guys can see, I was using everyone as a raider and Man-Thing as a fortifier because Man-Thing needs to be alive. But once again, this is going to depend on the size of your characters. Like I said, if you have, for example, Agatha as a healer, it's going to be extremely beneficial for you as well if your characters are not as big as mine. Okay, so now you have all the information that you need in order for you to beat this event. We are going to take a look at some gameplay and see exactly how I did it. This would be the preferable position for the extra assists. The problem is that we are losing all the drain, like this drain. Definition of insanity. I mean, if you play the World of Warcraft, I did the achievement Insane in the Membrane, and that was way harder than this. And before they nerfed it. Okay, so ultimate. Storm dies. Special on this side. I just don't understand how Agatha is giving deflects for Moon Knight. And now she didn't give. Before she gave deflects, now she's not giving. Okay, let's see what happens. Agatha with her ultimate. One of the vampires is going to die, I think. He didn't die, really? No, that's bullshit. How he didn't die, bro? Okay, he died. Okay. Okay, good. Good. And now he's up for a bunch. Now he takes 10 turns. Let's see if Man-Thing survives. Okay, now we're gonna use the special with Striker Eyes Await to nuke that first guy. Assist. Striker Eyes Await. Okay, there we go. Man-Thing now with what? Clear negative effects? No, we're gonna use the ultimate. Evade. Now we have the ultimate. Should we use it? 6 enemies. Why Agatha didn't finish off that girl? Okay, we're gonna clear that defense down from Man-Thing, I hope. Let's delete the Remanex. Okay. We're gonna use the basic so we can give speed up to Moon Knight. He also got offense up. That's good. Apply defense up. Okay, let's apply the defense up. Moon Knight with the basic again. He no longer has offense up. Okay, so let's focus on Jubilee. We're gonna use the special to apply slow. Okay. Let's use the ultimate with the Oath now. Evade. Why they are getting... What I don't understand is why they are getting bleeds if they are not getting attacked. Okay, Agatha now with her ultimate. We should recover the energy before she goes again. Okay, Moon Knight, Striker Eyes await. We have offense up for 2 turns, that's great. Blade getting destroyed right away. And now we have these 2 Raman X's. Okay, let's see. Let's try to apply defense down. Okay, we got the defense down. Let's apply slow. Moon Knight with offense up. Moon Knight with way too much speed bar. Okay, we still have offense up for 2 turns, that's good. They lost the taunt. We're gonna save the ultimate, let's use the special, Striker Eyes await. Get these fat pigs out of the way. Okay, Moon Knight has offense up. Moon Knight has a bunch of speed bar. Let's use the basic to give Moon Knight more buffs. Ooh, he didn't refresh the offense up. He got counter. Okay, we're gonna clear those regens. Supposedly we need that. Striker Eyes await. Okay, we got offense up for 2 turns. Great. Okay, let's clear the regen. So on turn they always gain the bleed. Okay, let's rewind here on this girl. We should try to delete her right now. Let's try to delete her right now so the next wave drops. And then Moon Knight can start with the offense up right away. Agatha, oh my god. Is Agatha going to do too much damage or too little? Let's see. Okay, that's good. No one dropped, only one dropped below 50. Let's see. Oh, they are dropping right now like, oh my god, no. We don't have defense down. And Moon Knight might not do enough damage now. The problem is that they still have the taunt. The problem is that they still have that taunt over there, which is not great. Okay, they clear everything away now. Man-Thing has defense down and is gone. Okay, Man-Thing dying is not a big problem. As long as Oath is alive, we can try to complete this. Okay, let's rewind these mofos over here. But now they have safeguard. This guy does not have safeguard. Let's attack this guy without safeguard. I should have done the special for the slow. Let's Raider Eyes await here with a special as well. Come on, Agatha, do the thing. Yes, okay. Supposedly you have to clear those bleeds. Okay, Moon Knight to do the thing. Okay, Striker Eyes await. He has Death Proof and Safeguard. Oh my god, Agatha got destroyed. Okay, let's use the ultimate now to lower them a little bit. We have a ton of bleeds on that civilian. And now we have ability block. Let's use the basic first. Basic. We need to delay this a little bit. 8 enemies left, and there is a vampire coming. Okay, basic. Evade. Evade. Moon Knight. We need Moon Knight with offense up. Let's go, please. Okay, we got offense up. Let's stun this big bitch here in the corner. And now we're gonna rewind that one in the middle. Let's keep attacking him. Come on, Moon Knight, I need your speed bar now. Here comes the bitch. Okay, they are attacking Moon Knight. Man, come on, Moon Knight. Where is your speed bar? He's doing the counters, but he's not getting buffs. Agatha gone. Agatha gone. Let's rewind this mofo here. Come on, Moon Knight, you can do it, bitch. Striker has a weight on that baguette in the middle. Let's ability block him. Is he immune to ability block? Or he has immunity? No. He got the ability block in the face. I mean, yeah, it's possible. With this position, I guess it's better. Agatha next to Moon Knight is definitely important. But, okay, now you just have to do this 10 million times until you get the perfect RNG. And everyone survives. Now you just have to do this 1 million times to get a perfect RNG. Wow, that was annoying. So there you go, guys. Those are all the tips and gameplay that I have for you in order to help you to beat the Hunger and the Thirst event. These events can be quite difficult, but they are important because they are going to allow you to get more points for the zombie invasion milestone event, and at the same time you're gonna get more purple eyes weight that will help you for Odin, and this is also one of the ways you can unlock Man Thing, which is a pretty important character. We're gonna talk about these guys in the near future because some people think they are not very good, and I agree to some degree, but there are definitely ways that we can make them better. So make sure you stay tuned to the channel for that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the information helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Mouse Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.